we're going to work on maintaining good form through a deadlift, especially as the pelvis relates through the rest of the body. So first of all, some information you need to know, and I'm going to send you the slides too, so you'll have your anatomy down. But the outer malleolus, the ankle bone, you need to know where that is on both sides. You can just kind of touch them. You're going to need to know where your hip points are. You need to have an understanding of that. Cervical spine at the neck, lumbar spine at the low back. So just so you know where those pieces are. And then you're going to take I have a mobility stick, but you can just use a wooden dowel or a broomstick. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see me. So you're going to take one end and you're going to put onto your sacrum. The hand below is going to be in that low back, that lumbar. Top hand, back of the skull is against the pole. Top hand, the thumb is going to be able to brush that neck area, that C-spine. And this is just to give you a sense that the low back and the cervical spine have a relationship to each other. And you're going to take very small hinges at the hip. So moving from that pubic bone, just to see, like, yep, there is, what does it feel like to keep the sacrum and the back of the skull in relationship to each other? And do both sides, because sometimes they do not feel the same. Okay, so again, lumbar, C-spine, back of skull, sacrum on the pole, and just a little bit of a hinge. It doesn't take much, just so that you're like, oh yeah, look, there's a relationship there. So once you've played with that, you'll set that aside. Now we're going to play with practicing that movement, and remember, you're going to want to really know where those outer malleoluses are, because it's super important. You're going to take the heel of the hand, put on those hip points. Thumb to the midline, index finger to the midline, fingers to the midline, so you've created a triangle. So the triangle is going to keep you from losing your abdominal area, which dumps us into an anterior tilt that we don't want. So the first one I'm going to do face on, athletic stance with the feet point forward. Before we even start, I want you to think about those outer malleoluses pressing straight down through the ground. Not out to the side, but straight down. And then you're going to start to move from the pubic bone, where the middle finger is. Then you'll start to feel hip sockets deepen, probably where your pinkies are. You're going to keep that triangle. You're not going to let it leave. If at any time you feel like you're kind of losing your form, if you push down through those lateral malleoluses or those outer ankle bones, you're going to fire up that outer hip area that's going to hold you in your canister. And you just keep going. You should feel a lot of work in those hamstrings. At some point, you're going to need to bend the knees if you're going to pick up the bar. So as you pick up the knee, you still want to think about sitting back, but you also do not lose your abs. So just keep your hands there. You're going to feel those hip flexors start to fire. Press down through those outer ankle bones. Press down, press down, press down. When you're ready, find your bar. Press down through those outer ankle bones. And as you rise, don't press the hips forward. Stand completely up. So from the side, it's going to look like this. Heel of hand, thumb, index finger, middle finger. You've created your triangle. Press down through those outer ankle bones. Pubic bone goes first. You'll feel hip sockets deepen under your pinky. Keep going. Press down through your outer ankle bones. If at any time you feel like you're kind of losing your form, think about what that neck and lumbar are doing. They have a relationship. At some point, you're ready to add the knees. Butt travels back behind. Under your fingers, you're going to feel those hip flexors fire. Press down through those outer ankle bones. Super, super important. Once you are ready to pick up your bar, you have your bar. Press down and rise. Don't press the hips forward. You're up. And there you go. Have a great day.